Well, my friends, that debate was painful. It was like watching a deer in the headlights right before it goes through the windshield of a Ford F-150 on a country back road. Tim Walz was an utter calamity. First off, Kamala Harris has no one else to blame but herself. She should have chosen Josh Shapiro, but instead she chose Mr. Jazz Hands, Tim Walz. The way Tim Walz answered questions in that debate, it was like when you catch your dog with something in its mouth. He wanted to run off the stage like Usain Bolt, but instead he had to sit there and take it. Now, as expected, the moderators really only fact-checked JD Vance, even though Tim Walz lied multiple times and tried to cover up the truth. But this woman, I don't know who she is. In fact, the hardest part of the debate for me was finding CBS on my television. Now, Miss Kamala Harris, I imagine she's doing one of three things right now. A, panicking. B, finishing her 14th margarita. Or C, all of the above. Now,
I want to give my input on the debate last night. I thought that that JD Vance did very well. You could tell that he is very well spoken. I think Tim Walz he was all over the place, okay? You know, I still don't understand why Kamala Harris chose him over Shapiro. I truly believe that Shapiro would have done a better job advocating for Kamala Harris, but I believe because Tim Walz did not do a lot of he did not do a lot of press conference. He did not do a lot of interview with the media. So because of that, I think he lacked confidence when it comes to debating, okay? When you compare J.D. Vance to Tim Walz, I believe the only interview that Tim Walz did was with Kamala, with a CNN reporter. So he was very nervous in the beginning, Tim Walz, very nervous in the beginning. And you could tell that question about him being in China, and he lied that he was there when they had some issue going on in America, and the way he answered the question, you could tell that he was lying. Like, how is it somebody going to ask you, why did you lie about something? Then he start out by answering that he grew up in wherever he grew up in. Just answer the question.
My community knows who I am. They saw where I was at. Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's always been about that.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this is I got there that summer and misspoke on this. So I will just, that's what I've said. So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests, went in. And from that, I learned a lot of what needed to be in governance.
I was very surprised about J.D. Vance. I thought that he could have went a little harder against Tim Walz. I thought that he was going to come there swinging and punching. But I know why he did and why he used that strategy of being calm, collective, and as a nice guy, because apparently the media make him seem like he is a mean guy. So he wanted to be more attractive to the people that's in the middle that believe that Trump, when it comes to who you believe did better during the debate. That's it.
When they were talking, at one point, Vance wanted to correct something about how Haitians got into this country. And he was right, and the moderators wouldn't let him correct it. It's very interesting.
Margaret, but thank you, Senator. We have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important because
we're going to turn out of the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
The rules were that you guys weren't going to fact check, and since you're fact checking me, I think it's important to say what's actually going on. That is the facilitation of illegal immigration, Margaret, by
Thank you, Senator, for describing the legal process. We have so much to get to, Senator.
Those laws have been on the books since 1990.
Thank you, gentlemen.
The CBP app has not been on the books since 1990. It's something that Kamala Harris created, Margaret.
Gentlemen, the audience can't hear you because your mics are cut.
Well, there you have it. And look, Vance was right.
Absolutely insane. So, at the end of the day, I'm not sure if this is going to move the needle, but I do believe that J.D. Vance was more of the hillbilly, and that's his name of his book and a movie that was made after him. Like since Trump chose him to become vice president, the media was like attacking him, and because of that, a lot of people for some reason did not like him. So he had to show them the real JD Vance, the JD Vance that is a nice guy, that is a poor, that started out poor. He's not even a middle class. He started out poor. His mother was a drug abuser, and his grandmother raised him. And sometimes she had to, when they gave Meals on Wheels, she had to lie so she get two. So he started from the bottom, and now he is here. So I believe that JD Vance, he really portrayed the American dream. Okay, and I know Kamala tried to use this against Trump and try to say, oh, I grew up in the middle class and Trump is a billionaire. So a lot of people who are middle class and poor will go towards her more. When it comes to JD Vance, he was even the middle class, okay? He started out poor, okay? So they can't use that against him. And that's why I like the fact that Trump chose him. Now, initially, I'm like, why he didn't choose somebody black? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So we're not going to do identity politics. We shouldn't be choosing people because they are black. We should choose them because they're qualified. But that's either here or there. But one more thing. I thought that at the end of I thought the moderator was biased. That one moderator that tried to fact check him, and he was absolutely right with what he said. But she tried to fact check him. Like, these moderators, they initially said that they were not going to do fact check, and they were going to allow the opponents to fact check each other. But all of a sudden, she's fact checking. Why they always have to do that? Why they're so biased? But anywho, I thought he did great. All right. So let me know what you think. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed day.